The relevant to cash flow is responsible for the payments to appear in the payment list tab in the FPL9. Tijo, tell me, what is your question?
Yeah, so for the payment, I can see the main transaction as a different one. So do we configure that anywhere or?
No, payment. Okay, payments again. I should have explained this earlier. So I have an invoice document which is ideally cleared by payment document. In this case, it has happened. So my accounting entries for invoice, I have customer debit and revenue credit. Say it's 100:100. I mean $100 invoice, and customer pays bank debit and customer credit 100. So in FPL9, customer debit and customer credit gets knocked off. They get knocked off. Normal scenario. So whenever this kind of scenario happens, the payment document does not require a main sub, because payment document does not have its own BP item. How to see? If I open the payment document, you will see it does not have a BP item. So I'll go to the payment document. This is the payment document. I click on it. I don't see a BP item. I see a GL item. But do I see a BP item? No. I open an invoice. I can see BP item. See, I open the invoice. This is the BP item. I go to the GL item. Then, sorry, I go to the overview. I see summarize business partner. So this is the BP item. But payment document doesn't have one. If the payment is clearing an invoice, then it does not require a BP item. Okay. If the payment is overpayment, say the payment is of 120. Say 120. In this case, what will happen? The initial invoice is of 100 and I receive a payment. Say I receive a payment. So what will happen? This invoice the payment will be minus 100. Again, for the payment, another line will be there, minus 10. Okay, this plus 100 and minus 100 will clear. But this minus 100 will not clear. This extra payment, this line will not clear. Now this line will require main and sub transaction. This is called payment on account. That means a payment which cannot clear a debit, which cannot clear a invoice, open item, that is called payment on account. If there is a payment on account, that will require main and sub transaction. Okay. If underpayment, no main sub. If exact payment, no main sub. If overpayment, only the additional amount over and above the invoice amount, whatever the additional amount, that will require main sub. Okay, so when I go to make overpayment, that time it will ask for main sub transaction. Since this is exact payment I did, I don't require any main sub.
So is it a standard process? It will automatically pick up the main and sub for the
No.
exact
I
payment.
have to. Yeah, exact payment does not require main sub at all. It will not pick anything. It will not need anything. So let me show you from table. Maybe from table, it will be a better representation. /show SC16N. I open table DFKKOP. Okay, which is the BP item table. So for company code 0903, I want to see what are the entries posted. Okay, for 0903, you see two items are cleared. Okay, statistic. This is the clearing status. Clearing status 9 means cleared. Clearing status blank means open. So two items are cleared, and rest are all. Why is it overlapping? This line item is overlapping. This is the BP. This BP came from here to. Okay, let me open in SC16 screen /n SC16. I don't know. Company code is 0903. Just need to change the fields, settings, user parameter. Company code, execute. Oh, it is again overlapping. Why it is? anyways, the business partner which should appear here, it went to the main sub. Anyways, what I want to show you is, you see, the document number, these two documents are cleared. Now I know my payment document is 0059. This is my payment document. Do I see this payment document number in DFKKOP? Do I see any document which is starting with 1 ending with 59? No,
No.
because a clearing payment does not have its own main sub. Here only those items will come that has main. Okay, so the last line's main went to the right hand side, but whatever items, all the BP line item will have their main sub. Where can I see my payment document? I can see my payment document towards the end in the clearing document field. You see clear document. This is my payment document. 1001059 1001059. So payment document, if it clears, it will not appear here. It will appear here. That is in the primary key. That is, it does not have any existence. Okay. But I can see my payment document in the GL item. Slash O AC16N DFKK OPK. Okay. For 0903, along with invoices, I'll see my payment. See, this is my payment 35. Okay. Because it has cleared. If it is payment on account, that is, it did not clear anything, then you will see both BP item, GL item. If it clears, then only GL item. So when you will see both BP item and GL item, if it is overpayment, or if there is no open item at all, it is the payment is posted independently. Only that time this thing will come. Okay, so I will show you payment on account. Before that, let me post a payment where I can control. So whatever I showed you, that was beyond my control because I paid at BP level, or I paid at CA level. Let me pay at contract. Sorry, let me pay at document level. You will see that how can we control it properly.
So Badra, just a minute. So can you show me the FPL9 screen? From there I got the confusion.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So for the second line item, I can see the main transaction 0006001100. So from
Okay.
where this came?
No.
That's the question I have.
This is the layout. I mean, it does not. It will be 60 whenever it is payment on account. It will be 0060 and 0010. So 0600 it is required for automatic. It is required for automatic clearing. Just ignore this 0600. Okay. They
Okay.
don't have cleared payment. Will not have um, any main sub transaction. Okay.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. And one more thing. So for the payment load, you said, so we have to manually provide the payment load number. So in real time, how it's running? So can we configure any so for the document number, we configure a number range, right? So system will propose a number, the next available number for us. So same way,
manual
can we
manual payment lot you have to propose, but if it comes via batch, that we can develop. Okay, we cannot configure, we can develop. I'll show you that. Manual
okay.
ones you can enter. I mean, the CSR, I mean, whatever naming convention they want, they can use. Say the payment is by Amazon Pay, they will use AP01, something like that. Okay, initials of payment is against iTunes, payment is against whatever payment channel, Cashify, whatever payment channel is collecting the payment, that payment channel's initial they can mention. But that is again as per the company's practice.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Now let me make a payment. /n FP05. I'm going back to, now here I'm going to create the second payment lot not yet created. I come here, everything remains the same. Click on new item. Here I will pay exactly, say 398 I want to pay. Okay. So again, 146 is not fully paid. If I want to see what is the total value of 146, although 146 is cleared, before payment came, what is the total value of 146? The total value of 100, out of which 65 got cleared, this 35 is left. Okay. Ascending order, based on FIFO, whatever it could clear. See, the $100 was a single line. It has split it into two lines. So here also I was saying similar. If I pay 110, then 100 clears. The rest 5 will remain open. Okay. So here also this is underpayment. This item was of $100. 35 part of it, 65 part of it is cleared. The rest 35 is left. So in this payment, I can clear this rest 35, or I can pick up a document which is single. For example, I can pick up 398. 398 requires $206 payment. So I can pay the residual part of 156 document, or I can pay a single document 398 right away here. Okay. So whatever way, say, let me clear this one. For that, I will not have any confusion. So 398 you see alone. So I select 398, click on filter, I see single line. So 398 again, if I underpay, it will again split. So out of 206, if I pay 200, so 200 will be cleared. Again, a new open item of $6 will remain open. Or if I pay exact 206, then it will not leave any open item. But if I pay 210, that config is not yet done, because for payment on account, that is extra payment requires a main sub config. That config I have not done, so I will do that as well. So first let me make a normal payment, exact payment. Okay, so when I make the payment, this time instead of specifying contract account, I'm going to specify the document number. So in the FP05 screen, so I want to pay 206, and I want to pay at document level. Okay, I select document. In the uh, selection category, I select B. I could have select B from here as well, both will work. So I have two selection category and two selection value. So selection category B means SAP expect that here a document number will be entered. G means SAP expect here a business partner will be entered. K means system expect that a contract account will be used. Similarly, V means contract will be used. Okay. So I have specified exactly. Now there is no confusion. It will clear only this document. Although by clearing rule, it is due. I mean, before this as 26. I mean, before this, one more document is due. So if I do ascending, so this one is due. This one is the other part of 146. This is due. Then it comes, but still I can skip and I can pay. Excuse me. If I mention the document number, then I can pay. I can skip. I can even pay this one as well. Okay. Anyways, I have chosen this 398, $206. So save, back, close, and post. Posting made. Now we'll see 398 will become green, and another line will come for a minus 206. Okay, this is exact payment. So click the refresh button. 398 becomes green. Okay, and another payment document, this is the 1060, next available number range minus 206. Okay, so if I want to see which item has cleared whom, I can select the 60 and I can put a filter. That way I know that this debit is cleared by this credit. Okay, this is the clearing. For the previous clearing, if I want to see the previous clearing, I select the 1059 and I click the filter button, find button. Okay, so this one and this one were cleared by this 1059. So 1059 is actually of $35. If you see, the balance of these two will be minus 35 only. Okay, so this I should not have used for the first time. I mean, once you know things, then I could have explained this, but I by mistake have chosen such an example which might confuse you. But this one, the one that I just paid, that is plain and simple, exact payment, and it has cleared accordingly. Okay, again this document, this payment also does not, although it looks like a 600, but if I again open this document, it does not have a BP item. It has a cleared item, it does not have a BP item. Okay, again if I go to my DFK copy screen, which one did I pay? I paid this one. So currently this one does not have status clearing status. It is blank. Now the moment I refresh, you'll see it becomes 9. It will not increase any line, but this one becomes 9. So I refresh, see this one became 9. Okay, and in the clearing document also I will see a 60. Previously I saw 59, 59. Now I can see the 60, this additional line as well, 60. Okay, this was exact payment. I should have started with this one. Now I'm going to configure, because I'm going to make a payment where it will not apply to any invoice. Either I can pay open item payment, or I can pay in excess. For example, my open item, how much open item do I have? I have 285. If I pay 300, 285 part of the payment will clear, but the rest 15 will require, will be a payment on account. Okay, payment on account means that will have, that will require main sub transaction. So let me first configure the main sub transaction for payment on account, then I will make the payment. Okay, so for main sub transaction I will just go back to basic settings, basic function, posting document. I already came here, document, maintain document, assignment, main and sub transaction is needed. By default 60 is the main transaction for payment on account. Since in this system, I've been training for maybe 2.5 years, so, and a lot of people has practiced, so the 60 is already configured. Maybe in the Bream system also the 60 may also be configured. Let's see /n. Here I can go to FICA IMG directly, basic function, posting document, basic settings, sorry, document, maintain document assignment, main transaction, C0060. Okay, already configured. But if you are working in a new system, in a new project, that 60 you have to configure. Okay, so it is configured, 60 configured, and the sub transaction is also configured because people are practicing here since long time. So R0060 000010. Okay, so this is also configured. What do I have to do? Step number 3, 4, 5 I have to do. We had 5 steps: creation of main transaction, creation of sub transaction, assignment of main sub with debit credit indicator and company division, then EK01, EK02. So the last 3 other receivable, EK01, EK02 I have to do. Okay, so I will
Well,
come back.
Shubhendra, this I think you earlier explained, but it's still not very clear. This
Hmm,
earlier, the sub transaction in 0060, we have this 10, right?
hmm.
So that 10 is clear that we should have, but we have another 20 also, right? So that one is also means you mentioned that it could be used for reversal purpose or something like that, right?
Yes,
The 20
yes.
against
Hmm,
0060, but against 10 also we can put this reversal main and sub transaction, right?
yes,
So
yes.
that
It
way
has.
also we can achieve the same thing without having this 0020, right?
No, no. If
Or
you
it
want
is
to,
compulsory.
no, no, no. Reversal main sub is not compulsory. But if you want to offset this, then you need a opposite sub transaction which has a opposite debit credit indicator. Okay, if I want to reverse 10, 10 initially it is posted as a debit. Now when I want to reverse, then it will not post as credit. For that I need to have opposite, another sub transaction which will be like opposite. Even if I don't want to reverse, if I want to post a offsetting entry, offsetting adjustment entry, then also I need a opposite side of, I mean opposite mains debit credit indicator line. That is the purpose of the
Mhm.
sub transaction. Not only for opposite, for offsetting, for posting a different charge wherever the revenue GL has to be different, you can create a separate sub transaction. And wherever the balance sheet AR recon GL is different, then you can create a separate main transaction. Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right. So next I'm going for maintain transaction for ISU. Here, maintain transaction for other receivable. Here I'll go click on new entry. Hope I am not logged off. I think I am. I did not. I was not idle for. Okay. New entry. company code 0903, division I don't have. I'll call it payment on account. Payment on account 0060 0010. Now, a very crucial concept you must understand. Whatever you see in the screen, I can enter two set of main transaction. This one and this one. Okay. This is customer defined main sub transaction and this is internal main sub transaction. Few customer defined main sub transactions are linked with internal main sub transactions, and payment on account is one of them. We will learn more like return charges. Okay, so few other items will also have maybe security deposit that will be linked with an internal main sub transaction. If your main sub transaction is linked with internal main sub transaction, you cannot you have to go ahead with the behavior of the internal main sub transaction. So the internal main sub says credit, you cannot put it like a debit. So the internal main sub has a statistical key. You cannot create your main sub transaction without a statistical key or a different statistical key. Okay, so whenever you see this gets the moment I hit enter, you'll see this get populated. So whenever this gets populated and I enter a whimsical value, say I make it debit but internal main sub is a credit, whenever this happens it will not let me save. Okay, so this is one such example. So you'll see the internal main transaction will get populated. But before that, can anyone tell me whether it will be a debit or credit, payment on account? Anyone?
Debit.
Sorry, Tijo, I couldn't hear you.
It's credit only.
Credit. Yes, it is credit because it will reduce customer balance. Now, suppose I know it's a credit, but I make it a debit. Okay, and I try to save. I'll get a warning. I get a message because internal main sub gets populated. It says, please correct the debit credit indicator for transaction 6010 because it is linked with an internal transaction. I cannot whimsically arbitrarily put anything. I have to go ahead with whatever internal main sub transactions characteristics is. Okay, so click on credit here, and now it will let me save. Now you'll ask that, okay, in ISU, I understand here the internal and external main sub are linked. In Brim, where is such linkage? So let me open Brim. So here you see assign external transaction. So I showed you this thing. Now here we have assign external transaction. So I go here, you'll see internal main internal sub is linked with customer defined main and customer defined sub transaction. So see 60 is linked. 6010 6010 is linked. It is not available in the earlier screen, in the previous screen, but I mean in ISU the linkage is available in the other receivable skill itself. We don't have a separate node for this, but in Brim the linkage is not available in the non-indicator parameterization screen. You have to come back and you have to map here. Okay, assign external transaction. Here this mapping happens. Okay, anyways, so other receivable is done. Next, EK01, EK02. I'll quickly do EK01, EK02. Which screen should I? Let me use /n EK01. So let me find this one. Copy, single copy. This is for 0060. Save. And then EK02 /n EK02. Here also I'll look for 0903. This one single copy. This is 0060 and 10. I don't require tax code. Taxes are not invoked during payment. Okay. Okay, this config is done. Now I can show you if I make an overpayment, how the system will behave. So I'll go back to FPL9. Now I will choose one item, say 399. 399 is alone. You see 399 is alone. Now against 200, say I am going to pay, the customer is going to pay 200, 210. Any figure, just higher side. As long as the payment covers the invoice, that's fine. If the payment is more than invoice, then this that thing will come, that independent document, that is payment document with main sub transaction. Okay, so this payment document, you will see currently payment document does not appear here. Payment document does not have any independent line item, any primary key. If the payment is higher side, so when I make a $210 payment, the $10 will have an entry, and 200 will clear, which is the document, yeah, this document which is currently blank, this will become 9. So this will become 9, and a new document will come, maybe 10001061. My last document was 1060, this will become 1061. And a new entry will be added, okay, for the additional payment. So let's see that. Here I'm going to enter the third payment, create, same, everything is same, new item 210, and I'll replace K with B. I'm specifying the payment is against document number, this one.
That, for example, if we don't specify document and just update the business partner and make the less payment instead of 210, if we make 150, then also it is on account payment only, right?
No, it will clear. That I did earlier. I just did a payment of 35. My open item was 526. I did a $35 payment. It cleared. It is not on account.
But we,
If I have
without
sufficient debit, yes. If
okay.
I have sufficient debit, I mean, when I mention the payment against BP, then it will check what is the total balance of that BP. BP balance is 526 and payment is only 35. So it will be considered as a underpayment. But if I mention document number is 399, it will check what is the open item of 399, 200, and what is the payment 210. Then this extra 10, okay, extra 10 becomes on account. BP has higher balance, CA has higher balance, but document, if I pay more than BP, then it will be on account. If I pay more than, if I enter document number and I pay more than that document's amount, then again that will also be open, on account. Okay.
So it means if you pay extra or if you pay a partial payment, system will create another. It's created another document, right?
No,
It's based.
it will create another line item.
Yeah. Line item. Yeah.
Whatever is higher, it will create another line item. So IN1 is of 100 and payment is of 100. Cleared, no issue. IN1 is of 100, pay 1 is of 80. What will happen? IN1 will be splitted. So one item will have IN1 80, then pay 1 minus 80. Now both are cleared. Again IN1 with the 20. The IN1 will split into two lines. One with the item, or the item with the exact amount of the payment, and the open item. This is underpayment. Overpayment, same. IN1 is 100, payment is 120. After payment, what will happen? IN1 will be cleared with pay 1 of minus 100, and pay 1 will have another line called minus 20. So whoever is higher will have the separate line. Here invoice was higher, that's why invoice has a separate line. Here payment is higher, that's why payment has a separate line. Okay, and here though both are same, so no separate line. Okay, so this is called payment on account. But here there's no such specific thing, we just call it underpayment. Okay, invoice is partially cleared and partially open. Okay, Clear, Nagesh?
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and post the payment. So I just want to see the FPL line before I make the payment. So I just want to see open items. So from the drop down, I select all open. Only open items, only yellow items will be shown. Okay. If I select, sorry, if I select all item, then open, clear, everything will be shown. So I just want to see only open items. So I will do all the open items and I execute. So only 3 items will be shown. So the moment I pay, this will go away. This 200 will go away. Instead of -10 will appear here. Okay, because my payment is 210, so extra payment will be shown here. So save, back, close, and post. Posting made. You'll see 200 gone, -10 will come. Okay, 200 went away. You see, this is the payment which will have 60. You double click, you see a BP item. Payment with a BP item. You click on the overview, you see summarize business partner item only for $10, not the entire 210. Payment is 210, out of which 200 is against open item and 10 is clear. 10 is payment on account. Okay, so if I open FPL line with all item, there you will be able to understand. So instead of going for open item, I'll just go for all item. All item. Now you'll see this 1069 is a payment document. I click on 1061 and put a filter. You see this part is cleared and this part is open. Credit open means this arrow will come and this is payment on account. Okay, so if I go here and I click on this display and items, double click, this is the document number. Same way I can see, same view. Now in DFKK OP, you'll see the change. So this will have 9 and an extra line 1069 will come, 1061 will come. Okay, so refresh, 1061 came and 90399 got cleared. Okay, so now 1061 has two part. The open part of $10 will come here. See -10, only open part of -10 comes here, and the -200 will be shown as a cleared document. -200, 1061 as a cleared item. Okay, so this is payment on account. That is, if the payment is independent, then it will require a BP item. But if the payment is clearing something, that does not require a BP item. Whatever main sub transactions are used by BP item, that is enough. It does not have to have its own BP item. Only if it is payment on account, then it will require its own business partner item. Any confusion? Any question, anyone?
No.
Uh,
Yes. Who has a question? I heard I. Arpita, you have a question,
yes,
Arpita?
I
Yes, please
have
tell
two
me.
questions actually, not on this payment on account. I think this is, I'm clear, but I have two questions because we have covered this. First question, if because this payments, right, it's creating a different clearing document. So if I understand correctly, this also, if I have to transfer to GL, right? So this also needs that it would need transfer to GL.
Yes.
Maybe today or next class, if you could show in GL, in AC Doka, or maybe in, if there is a connection, if you could find between against which original invoice document it was made, if there is something, does something exist where it can be interconnected, like this particular clearing document has I mean, just a reference between the original invoice document and because here we are able to see, right, because a clearing document separately comes up, but
In
how does
GL
it
you
appear
cannot
in,
see.
yeah,
In
in
GL you
GL it will,
cannot see.
okay. Okay, okay,
Yes.
fine. That is fine. Then my second question was, when we did the payments for same amount, when the amount is like not overpayment or underpayment, when we did for the same amount, that at that point of time, so currently all this business partner at this point of time has single GL. For example, these business partners for a particular document number also has multiple GLs. Let's say tax comes into picture, or you have two GL items. Let's say against that particular contract account, business partner, there are two GLs to which it gets posted. So when we make the layout that you showed for FP 05 in that point of time, it was only specific to our document number, right? How do we does that layout needs to be configured to show which GL needs to be posted against? I'm not talking at the business partner level, but for if a business partner has two GLs, that is it is getting posted to under one document in that cases.
Here the payment I show, the payment is coming against business partner or contract account or contract or document. I cannot mention the payment is coming against which GL. It is
Okay.
not like that. So if I
So
open,
okay.
I'll explain. Say I have a normal invoice which is customer debit and revenue credit. Okay. Say customer debit 100, revenue credit 100. Then when I'm going to pay, I'm going to clear the customer line. I'm not going to clear the revenue line. So for customer, it is going to clear 126,000 GL only. In a different scenario where I have tax in scope as well, customer debit, revenue credit, VAT credit. Say VAT credit of 10. So customer balance becomes 110. So again, the clearing happens at 110. So in my
Okay.
previous clearing, the payment was, so before that, when I cleared 206, in this clearing, the revenue line was 200 and VAT line was 6. But my AR line remains 206. If I post with VAT, it becomes 206. Without VAT, it becomes 200. So my clearing will always happen against the AR line. So no matter how many GLs I have, it will always clear this. So there is no need to change the view.
Okay, that I got it. But okay, we'll basically at the AR level we'll clear
Payment
it.
will apply.
But when we yes, yes, but when we transfer the same document to GL once the payment is done, right? It will create a document. When we transfer to GL, it will automatically the GL line items will be accordingly. I mean, it will take like it will go to 110 separately. I just
No, no,
wanted to
no, no, no,
understand.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no,
Okay,
no. The
okay.
payment in both the cases, in this
Okay,
case, the
okay.
payment,
Payment is only at AR. You're saying only AR,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Payment. Okay, sorry, my
I,
bad,
I,
my bad. Okay, now I get it.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
it is bank debit, customer credit for 100, and here also bank debit, customer credit for 110, 110.
Okay, sorry, sorry. Yep. Now I got your point. So clearing payment is only at the AR, right? There the GLs
Yes.
are. Okay, got it. Sorry. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. No issue. Please ask this question. Don't feel sorry. You must clear your doubts. Okay, I see a
Okay.
long chat. Let me try to take this question before we get disconnected. Sometimes there are various types of charges applied to the account, and they are listed under miscellaneous charges such as accounting setup charge. Is there any standard table we can find them other than if PLN is not a table? You can see that charges in the DFKK-OP. DFKK-OP will have at main sub transaction level. So currently I have only one main sub transaction. uh, huh. So for charges we'll have different line. Okay, this is for consumption, this is for electric, this is for carbon tax, this is for uh, whatever tax, xyz tax. So separate line items will be shown in the DFKKOP. Okay, so you can do F1 in that document, you can do F1 F4, and you see what do that means, I mean what do they mean. Okay, so here I see, okay, this is payment to account, the main subs